I'm really honest, I want them to know that I came to DJ. The idea that I got the gig because I'm an actor, I hate that. I hate people going, oh, yeah, he's DJing because he's an actor. I hate that. So I'd rather just rock the fuck out. Coachella! We're at the world-famous Coachella Festival. I am so privileged to be working with Kaskade. We're doing a back-to-back later on today, and we're here to talk about it, right?
We're here to talk about it. Likewise, I'm privileged to be sitting here next to you.
Ah, that's very nice.
This is awesome.
It is. It really is awesome. I'm a big fan. You know that. You've done Coachella, I've done Coachella, but I've done, I think, the Humor Stage twice. And this time it was like, okay, we want you back here, we're gonna step it up a little bit, and we're gonna put you alongside a legend. And like, I think that's how it happened. I was really thrilled. I was like, what? Yes, please.
I think for me, Quasar, the stage we're on, was brand new last year.
Yeah.
And for me, it was kind of a cool concept in the fact that they were having people play longer. Back to kind of how it was,
Back in the day,
back in the day, longer sets where you could air it out. It wasn't that
5-hour sets.
This is it, not a 45-minute, 50-minute thing like wham, bam, all the hits, just pack it in. This is like, okay, we can air it out and create a vibe.
Yeah.
And they gave me a short list of names, and I was like, no. I'm like, Idris, oh, that'd be cool, man. I'm like, you think he'd be down with that? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like,
100%.
all right, hit him up. Let's see if we can make this happen.
Yeah.
Listen, I knew it would be a match because I've listened to your sets. I'm paying attention. I mean, we met maybe, what, 10, 11, 12 years ago?
Yeah. Ministry
when you were kind of getting back into it, and I was like, all right, what's this guy gonna do? What's Idris gonna do? And then, like, you started going out, and then you were in Ibiza, and I was listening to your sets. I'm like, oh, he gets it. I mean, we met one time this week.
Yep.
And we hung out for, dude, you had just landed from London.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this guy was sleep deprived. He's a champ for making it over to the studio. We played each other a few records.
That was it. I sent some records that I wanted to play to you so you could hear, like, oh, you're going here? Okay, cool. And then I think we spoke about that for like 10 minutes.
So, as unbelievable as this is, as far as set list goes, there's been very, very, very little preparation. So this is a bit of an experiment.
100%. It's raw.
But I think that's what makes it fun, right?
I think, look, ultimately, I think you said it when we left, it's like when you have a certain amount of experience, you'll go with the flow. You and I would sort of play tennis. It's like, here's a hit, here's a hit, here's a hit, here's a hit. Not hits, but, here's a volley.
The next one, the next one.
Yo, hit that one. Oh, okay, thank you, champ. Bop. You know what I mean? Like,
needless to say, it's a lot of improvisation. We're kind of just, I mean, I have a folder, I think 54 songs that I think is kind of my target area.
That's it?
I mean, listen, on the SD card, there's a couple thousand songs,
okay.
but I made a folder on the car right over here of 54 songs that I'm like, okay, this is the zone where I think we're gonna be.
Maybe.
Listen, we decided on the first track, but then I walk in here to do this interview, he's like, yo, I got a different edit of that track. Maybe we should start it off this way.
You're like,
so the one song we had decided, we're actually like not totally sure if that's gonna be the one.
I sent Cass like this demo that I had made, which is, it's actually a folk song. It's like guitar.
It's a beautiful folk song, I love it. He sent it to me, I was like, wow, this is cool, man.
Yeah, and the song's called Hope Again, and I was hoping you liked it, because I wasn't sure. And then when then he turned around some ad prod on the song, and then I wanted to extend it so we can go from the tempo it is, which is very slow, to somewhere where we could start mixing in. And we had decided that the end would be the end, and then, his record would come in. But I turned up today with a wider edit that you haven't heard, but I think you're gonna love it.
He's gonna play it for me later.
When I knew I was gonna be back in with you, I was like, perfect, because your sound for a long time has been, groovy, proper house. Like, proper like groovy.
I love that proper house, man. I love that.
7-minute records.
Yeah.
Melodic. And then what I loved about you, which was unlike a lot of American DJs, if I'm honest, you loved bass. Like you had proper bass lines. You know, like in the UK, you know, we're very influenced by the sort of reggae era, the jungle era. So all our house iterations, whether it's garage or drum and bass, always with that bass, always, right? And American music, dance music, EDM, even Chicago going back, bass is important, but the groove is slightly different. The UK bass is a bit more reggae.
More in your face, yeah, I hear that. All right.
And US bass can be a little more soulful, whatever. But I found that I was listening to your sets back in the day, remember like 15 years ago, where you was like grooving. I was like, wow.
I love a good melody and I love lyrics. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the song aspect of house music, but I grew up listening to a lot of early Chicago house music, and it was pretty simple stuff. But I think that's what drew it to me. It wasn't as melodic, it was more sample-based. They were sampling a lot of old disco records and kind of just like rinsing them out. Yeah. So I love the rhythmic element of it, and I love this kind of, the monotony of it. Actually, I enjoyed. That didn't bother me at all. I understood this and appreciated that, because I came up as a clubber in Chicago, and these long drawn-out mixes and long records and the repetitive nature of it, I appreciated. I liked that. So for me, I still kind of fall back into this house sound, because that's really at my core, like how I discovered all of this. So for me, it's a very kind of comfortable spot to play in. Yeah,
I love that. Look, because my career has been, I feel like the first 4 years of sort of my rebirth into DJing, I was party DJing. I was like hits, bangers, bass. I was like overcompensating as a DJ, because I felt like people were like, okay, Idris can DJ. All right, let's see what he's got. And I had to like smash him in the head. And now, more recently, like I feel like you know, it's like I really appreciate when I hear a DJ and he's really meandering through sounds, and he's not, even if he's playing bassy house, he's keeping the groove going and he's switching up, and then a vocal will come in and you're like, oh shit. And you knew it was coming for a long time.
Yep.
But honestly, I don't think audiences really, it depends. Like if you're at a young, when I did Coachella, I banged it out from track 1, hour and a half. And I think like Mochak was after me and he was like, yo, what the hell? I was like, yeah, no, I had to go in. But it was like bam, bam, and the audience was going for it the whole time. I feel like today we got a 3-hour set. We could like mold
I love it. Yeah, you can air it out. You don't have to line it up track by track. It doesn't have to be hit. And I think that's what's cool about Quasar, and I'm glad they introduced it last year, is it goes back to that skill of, okay, the tension and release. Not everything has to be a hit. Like, okay, let it ride for a couple tracks, and then we'll give them something. We'll give a payoff. And almost like the longer you wait, the bigger the payoff is.
Yeah. We went to see Ed Sheeran at 3 o'clock over there in this tent. This is Ed Sheeran. He had a tent that, you know, he could have 10x the audience.
Right.
All right, he had a tent. And he came out, and as soon as he came out, started hitting the licks, looping, came out, singing. And he was so present, and the audience was so present. It was like, I'm here to work, I'm here, right? And then the moment he opened his mouth, he was super genuine and, you know, honest.
That's cool.
But the performance was like, I'm here to perform, right? I feel like as a DJ, that's also important. Like, it's unlike, you know, someone singing songs. They're like, okay, what are you gonna play? What songs are you gonna play to enhance my mood? And I feel like there has to be a bit of a performative aspect. I know DJs that just hold the head down, still kill it.
Yeah.
But for me, I've sort of grown up, you know, in sound systems and MCing, and you perform. You're trying to connect with the audience to get them going.
Right. That's a big part of it.
For me, a great set is a few different things. I mean, there's obviously the technicality of no clangers, you know, nice melodic mixing, a little spontaneity, like, oh shit, I looped that earlier than I thought, and I did this, and I put the reverb on it, it went off. That's a great set for me, technically. But is when you literally in harmony with the audience.
Yeah, you feel it.
And you can feel it. And you know when like it's a good set. For me, you know it's a good set. If you haven't talked to the mind, you pick up the mind, you go like, yo, Cello, what's happening? And they're like, yo, you're there. That feels like, oh, we're connected, you know what I mean? That's like a really good moment.
I'm going with what you said. Really, it's about feeling it.
Yeah.
But I don't know that that's even right 100% of the time, because sometimes I walk off stage and I'm like, oh man, that was like, oh, did you hear that? And the people are like, hey, yeah, give me this, bring it up, right? So I don't know that, but listen, I must be doing something right. I'm sitting here at Coachella next to Idris, we're hanging out, getting ready to do a back-to-back. So I feel like a lot of the work comes before that, and then just getting on stage and doing what you know how to do. Yeah. You know, like just executing how I've done in the past. Like, all right, cool, I know how to do this.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
I try and remember that so I don't get all like worked up.
Yeah, me too. I don't like, my DJ career is split with my acting, all right? And so I'm not gigging every week. And so in between gigs, I'm like, shit, I haven't actually touched the decks for ages. And you know, I keep a controller in me. So I can at least like, let me hear how the reverb hits again.
Yeah.
Let me hear how the trim hits.
Yep.
Because you could really mess up your set quick, just going, you know.
Right.
You never lose the feeling of DJing, but it's just touching the mixer can be a bit like,
Yeah. You got to be there, be doing it. Yeah. That'd be hard splitting, I don't know.
It is hard.
Luckily, I have no other gig. This is my one and only gig.
I know, man. You're looking like a movie star right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. I hit him up for a part in the next store. We'll see if that comes together. I don't know, dude. That was pretty dope. You put the thing in, and I was like, this is the guy. I know that guy. That's what I said. I screamed at the theater. I know that guy.
As an actor, it's very different. You know, as an actor, I don't want to see the audience. I don't want to. I'm so in the world that I'm portraying that I can't pretend that there's someone watching me. It just fucks me up.
It's a totally different thing.
Completely. Yeah. You know, and I'm very shy as a person, believe it or not. So sometimes when I'm DJing, I just want to head down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get a mix of audience where it's like people that love me as an actor and people that want me as a DJ, and they're like, hey, just look at me. Take your glasses off. And I'm like, hey, what's up? Performative.
I feel like I can barely see you out there, but yeah.
Exactly.
For me, this is something that I've struggled with.
Really?
Totally. I had to kind of like grow into that and learn about it, really. Because kind of when I was coming up, it was less about the art of the performance and more about the art of the music.
Music, yeah.
So DJing was really just me sitting in a room, making some ideas and then coming out and then just sharing them with people. I could be in the corner, you know, where you don't even see me and everybody's enjoying that, right? And I could just kind of be playing these songs and watch them enjoy it. Yeah. This was a very kind of Chicago idea.
Yeah.
At Red Dog, the booth was in a place you couldn't even see. That was a club that I went to as a kid.
What was it called?
Red Dog.
Sure.
So cool Chicago club. And a teen club that Medusa's, it was up in this loft. You could barely see the guy. Like, you know, he could see everybody, but he or she, whoever was playing, but there wasn't much of a performance aspect of it.
Yeah.
So for the first part of my career, I was just very, like you said, like head down, like all the buttons and just enjoying the equipment and like, you know,
the sonics.
Executing the way I like, you know, I wanted to be as perfect as possible, you know? But then I saw guys like Daft Punk and early Deadmau5, and I saw them and I'm like, oh, this whole thing is, I get it. This person up there playing these records is part of the performance. I need to learn this. I need to understand this. Oh yeah, hey, what if I put my hand up and like, what's up? You know, oh, that gets a reaction. So for me, I'm kind of shy, so I've struggled with this for sure.
Me too, man. I have too, man. But I feel like, you know, my favorite sets are where I've been able to be head down and the people that came to see me, so they're not expecting Idris, you know, they're expecting me to just rock.
Right.
And then when I do open up, it's like a lovely, like, oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's a nice sweet spot for me, you know?
Yep. Yeah, that's nice when you can just do your thing.
Yeah.
and they appreciate it.
Yeah.
You had a residency in Ibiza. What was the vibe or the environment you were going for? When you're building that idea of what do you want people to feel like when they're walking into this club or this space or the stage and they see you up on stage, what do you want them to feel? What do you want them to experience?
You know, if I'm really honest, I want them to know that I came to DJ. The idea that I got the gig because I'm an actor, I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate people going, oh, yeah, he's DJing because he's an actor. I hate that. So I'd rather just rock the fuck out. And what that means is that I don't really enjoy my DJ days until I'm on stage.
Right.
Because for me, I'm like going through music, going through mixes, going through sonics. I'm like playing it out in my head. This has to be this. And then I have a drink, calm down, get out there, and just go for it. As long as I'm technically good for my first 5 songs, good to go.
Yeah.
I was at the stage earlier. It was empty.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw you post that. It was cool. I was like, oh man, this guy's already there. He's ready to go.
I was soaking it up. It was just me.
You're just feeling it out. You're touching the grass. You're like, all right, the turf is ready.
The turf's ready. The preparation for me is a bit like, it's all about trust at this junction, because I don't know. Like, I go through my list meticulously. Like, I shouldn't even be here. I'm like locked in.
Right.
You were like, let's go to dinner. I'm like, no.
No, I don't do this. This is everyone around me wants to go to. I want to be sitting on the bed listening to stuff, like making last-minute edits and tweaks. I'm the same way. That's what I was doing the whole car ride over here.
Same. They said, let's go to Nobu. And I was like, Kaskade wants to go Nobu. I'm like, I don't want to go Nobu. I just want to make my set. But I feel like you said earlier, like, as soon as you play the first 10 records, first few records, you understand how the people are adjusting to the sound. You feel the temperature. Happiness. You've done Coachella 2 times?
Yes.
What's your favorite Coachella moment? Your favorite?
I mean, I've got a lot of favorite Coachella moments because I live close to here. I live in LA, so this is kind of the hometown turf,
Backyard,
right?
Yeah.
But for me, I mean, I think even now when I watch the drone footage from my 2015 performance on the main stage, it just kind of my stomach sinks. Still to this day, I watch it and it seems like it's unbelievable for me to see myself up on that stage. It's still unreal to me. Yeah, and something that, you know, is just cool. One of those like highlights of my career moments.
Yeah. I mean, for me, you know, I've done Yuma a couple times and I feel like it was the second time I DJed and I played this bootleg that I had made on my way to Coachella. And it was a Whitney Houston bootleg. And I was like, it was a brave moment for me because I was like, I'm gonna play this. It wasn't even mastered.
Right.
Yo, this thing went off and everyone was singing.
This is the best feeling.
It was the most, in 5,000, 6,000 people, red lights, and everybody's singing off that bootleg. I was like, yo, it was amazing.
That's awesome.
Best time.
You're like, I nailed it.
I nailed it.
I knew it. I knew this would work.
Well, listen, man, all right, I'm gonna go to my caravan and start working on my set.
There it is. Go get in the headspace. I'm gonna grab sushi, then do that.
I know.
There it is.
I know you will.
All right, man. Good to see you. Looking forward to it. Let's do it.
Same. Cheers.